Hello everyone, my name is Shankmuffin for all who don't know. In today's video, we'll be going over the top 5 most useful skills in all of Old School Runescape. Before I continue, I do want to say that construction will not be listed in this video. It's just way too good, so I wanted a spot for another skill. Cause let's be honest, number 1 would be construction. Also, thank you Bradbert for the suggestion from my Discord server. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 is agility. Now, we mostly all hate the skill except for Jebrin, but the utility that this skill provides is honestly incredible. The basics of agility are simple. Your character trains on various courses to improve their agility level by climbing, jumping, and bouncing over objects. As you level up, the rewards are quite good for your account progression. The greatest thing about agility is that when you level it higher and higher, your run energy replenishes more quickly, allowing you to get to your locations faster due to the fact that you can run more often. Also, due to training agility, you gain access to shortcuts, which can decrease time depending on where your next location is. In addition, from training agility through the rooftop agility courses, you can get marks of grace, which can be exchanged for a set known as graceful. This outfit makes perfect use for anything related to needing to run around the world of Gillinor, such as farming and questing. The reason being as to why this outfit is so good is that your run energy replenishes more, as well as your weight is reduced, making you able to use more run energy. This was one of the most underrated skills, but through updates, it made it one of the most important skills to level up first on your account. Coming up at number 4 is hit points. Now you may be wondering, why is this skill on the list? It's pretty simple really, staying alive is pretty important. Think about it like this, hit points are your lifeline. It potentially can affect your playstyle quite importantly. Hardcore Ironmen, for instance, lose their status when they die. All those accomplishments that they made are now gone on their account in regards to the high scores. Their account is wiped out on the leaderboard forever with a crossed out name. The community realizes that these people will do such dangerous content such as Corp, Warcraft, and Theater of Blood, but all can come to an end as soon as the HP hits 0, making this account high risk, high reward. On a less serious note, for normal accounts like you and me, dying just means wasted time and money. Now, I have to go back to the location for which I died and dish out some cash to get all of my items back. It's more of a slight inconvenience more than anything else. Or maybe an instant logout depending on where you died, especially if you just got back there only to die again. For number 3, it makes you a literal god. Number 3 goes out to prayer, a skill that you can make you literally invincible by using game ticks to your advantage. With prayer, at level 43, you gain access to all the protection prayers, which you can protect from missiles, magic, and melee. If you understand how the game works with ticks, you can theoretically take 0 damage from any NPC in the game, so long as you set up their attacks to time with the prayer flicks. This method is very commonly used at Inferno, which is why people get their capes. Players that are extremely good at this can theoretically stay at bosses forever if they were to be perfect with their timing, or have an ult that can bring in supplies in order to regain their prayer. Bottom line is, these players can take 0 damage for the entire duration of a fight if executed perfectly, making this at number 3 spot since you can cheat your death. As a friendly reminder guys, the easiest way to support small content creators is by subscribing, liking, and hitting that bell notification. Let's get back into the video. This one will come as an absolute shock to all of you, but the second most important skill in all of Old School Runescape is farming. Now, before you say how I'm an idiot, yada yada yada, hear me out first. What other skill besides magic and construction provides multiple teleports? Nothing. So spirit trees are already a plus. But honestly, the main reason as to why this is number 2 is truly due to the fact of how this skill allows you to make money without any effort whatsoever. Yes, you can easily burn money with tree runs, but those herb runs are only 5 minutes of work for hundreds of thousands of GP in profit. Also, you can't forget about those farming contracts. Literally train the skill by planting specific things and get rewards that can make you millions as well over time. It's the easiest skill out of any of the skills for you to make cash while doing something else. So you basically make money elsewhere while making money when you actually do train farming. You plant the crops, leave, come back, and rake in the profits. It's honestly one of the easiest skills to get into, with the only thing being how you have to wait for things to grow. Other than that, easily one of the greatest ways to casually make money with little effort required. The most useful skill in all of Old School RuneScape is without a doubt magic. It combines utility, combat, as well as transportation to create one of the greatest skills to train as you continue onwards with your adventures in Gielinor. In the standard spellbook alone, there's teleportation, curses, enchanting, alchemy, and combat. These teleports though are common locations of where people need to go, such as Varrock, Falador, and Camelot. Quick access to these teleport locations allows you to quickly get to where you need to go. In addition, you have combat spells that can be used in a variety of situations, such as Fire Surge, which is used as the best in slot spell for Ice Demon in Chambers of Xeric, since it can hit over 50. Curses allow for people to get some decent XP an hour by combining splashing. It is a very high intensive way to train, but a decent amount of the experience. Alchemy is used to create gold out of thin air, making you able to open inventory slots while training Slayer, or make some cash while bank standing while socializing at the GE. And of course you have enchantments, which aren't used all that often, but still can make items that have magical properties, such as creating an Amulet of Torture, which is the best in slot melee necklace. Again, this is only one spellbook, just one, when there are 3 others out there. You have the Ancient Spellbook, which holds the most powerful spell in the game, known as Ice Barrage. I mean, you can freeze your targets from moving for 20 seconds. As well as there's Blood Barrage that heals you depending on the amount of damage that you've done. Oh, and there's also Teleportation, of course, in this spellbook. Then there's Lunars. This is a supportive spellbook, allowing you to train crafting, for example, or deflecting damage back at targets with Vengeance. And of course, teleports. Lastly is the Archaeus spellbook that focuses on necromancy, more specifically resurrecting monsters to offer a different way to train prayer, and you guessed it, teleports as well. The skill is stacked for what you can do, incorporating into your daily adventures into a skill that needs to be invested in straight away. It is by far the greatest skill in all of Old School RuneScape, and by far due to the vast amounts of content it's used in, as well as the content that you unlock from uncovering these magical secrets.